this is an old SAT rubric, but it's going to be very similar this year because they're going to give you a prompt that conveys an argument. Let's take a look at what is a 4 on the reading category. A 4 demonstrates thorough comprehension of the text. It shows an understanding of the text's central idea and most important details and how they connect. It is free of errors of fact or interpretation. It makes skillful use of textual evidence. This is where people often miss. You quote the actual prompt to prove what you're noticing. You're showing a complete understanding of the text. So when I was going through the Let There Be Dark, I'm showing my 4 in my reading by understanding the main arguments. I'm also would be quoting key lines and key examples. Some parts I might paraphrase. I don't need to quote this whole part about what the World Health Organization, but I'll paraphrase it. I might not quote the stats, but I'll paraphrase it and say this is strengthening up the writer's argument, proving the points. And I'd be very specific. Now, analysis is explaining those rhetorical appeals and persuasive techniques. You're not just summarizing, you're analyzing. So notice, a 4 is offering an insightful analysis of the text, demonstrating sophisticated understanding of the analytical task. Well, I'm showing you that here in the corner in the first lecture. Notice how I'm not only saying I'm identifying logos, I'm also explaining its effect on the claim or on the reader, and that's really hard to do. It takes practice. If you only state what you observe, that there's logos, pathos, and ethos, that actually would be a limited analysis. That's actually only a 2. By naming what you see, you're stronger than a 1. You're analyzing, but you're not at proficiency or mastery. This is where a lot of writers on the SAT struggle. Now, the writing part, you don't need to write a perfect essay to score well, a 4 or a 3. But you do need to have a cohesive essay. Now, what that means is your precise claim is possibly using the formula I'm giving you. Paul Bogard utilizes logical statistics, blah, 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 to prove to the readers that light should be preserved. Having a precise claim using that formula in your introduction is a good start. Now, a skillful introduction does not have to be that long, neither with the conclusion. You're not writing your best essay here. The goal and where you score the highest is really in the analysis in your body paragraphs of what you're noticing that the writer said. But notice, a 4 has a variety of sentence structures, and that's why I'm telling you opportunities already to plan like tools. In your intro, you can use in a positive phrase. Who's Paul Bovard? Well, they're going to tell you who your writer is. He's a journalist, writer for the Los Angeles Times. You can use that in a phrase. I'm giving you ways to use colons for your quotes with strong lead-ins. I'm giving you ways to think about how to plan in a semicolon. And doing a few of these things is going to help you score strongly on the sentence structure. Showing a strong command of conventions of standard writing English, that's basically being free of grammatical errors. Using your commas correctly with conjunctions and phrases, using punctuation, and doing your best with capitalization, even though you'll be handwriting this, not typing, unless you have commendations. So scoring a 3.33 is really good. You don't need to feel like you have not succeeded if you don't get the 4.44. In fact, a 4.43 is quite strong. So what I want you to do now is go through the example essays. Read them over and talk with your small groups for 10 minutes. What do you notice about the examples? What did they do well? How would you reward them for what they do well? And then you got to ask yourself, have they only summarized? Then unfortunately it's a 2. Have they not gone into much depth? It might only be a 1. Have they analyzed the logic, the stats, the cause and effect, the anecdote, the appeal to credibility and pathos? And have they used quotes? Well, there's your 3s and 4s. So you're looking at 3 examples, talking in your small groups, and then completing the Google form on Schoology telling me how you would score them.